Hey everyone, this is Jen. We are on for some yoga, midweek relaxation, stretchy things. And usually we do some combination of like strengthy things, balancy things, all that stuff. I'm definitely down for some stretchy things, especially as we've pivoted back to winter for a brief couple of days or something. I don't know what's going on. So we'll do some stretchy things and some balancy things that will hopefully keep us strong and prepared just in case we have another dip into winter. All right. Good morning, Ellen. Let's go ahead and get started with this left leg crossed in front of right. Just in a nice little comfortable seat. And we'll keep our arms just rested on our lap, on our sides, whatever feels comfortable to you today. Take a moment here, close down your eyes. And feel your shoulders here drop down away from your ears. I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like every time I take a breath in and then exhale out, I have more of an opportunity to lower my shoulders, relax them. Somehow that tension creeps in, bypasses me. Inhale, full deep, lengthen. And exhale it out again. Feel your shoulders sigh down away from your ears. Good. Keeping your eyes closed, let your head just gently fall over toward your right shoulder. So your face is still facing the front of your space. Just let your head drop over to your right shoulder. And spend a couple of moments here. Same thing on your inhales, maintain that length, get a little bit taller. On your exhale, see if you can let your head fall a little bit heavier toward your right shoulder. And then from here, keeping your eyes closed, start to move your chin closer to your right shoulder. So it's like a little tuck of your chin going toward your collarbone and then maybe a little bit closer to your shoulder without actually changing the position of both shoulders, which are still square toward the front. So feel how that feels, the stretch along the left side of your neck. Take a breath here, full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. Maybe your chin a little bit closer to your right shoulder. And then allow your chin to kind of graze down toward your collarbone, and eventually you come through neutral center. So your chin is tucked in closer to your chest. The last couple of days I've been experiencing some like neck soreness, low back soreness. So this feels really good to me. And do a little bit of small, like right and left movement here. Just going through center, maybe like 3 inches to your right, 3 inches to your left, just to loosen things up. You can go slower or faster than me, maintaining the length in your spine, even as you have your chin tucked in toward your chest. And then the next time you have your chin back through center, stay right there. We'll take one breath, full deep inhale. Still feel tall. And on your exhale, drop your shoulders. Start to lift your chin back up into neutral. Good. Take a breath here. Lengthen, tall, breathe deep. Fill up your lungs. On your exhale, slowly, slowly soften your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Your next inhale, slowly, slowly. Start to let your head drop over to your left shoulder on your exhale. Good. So our shoulders are still neutral. We don't need to force our head to drop heavy or anything like that. Just see how it feels right now, where it naturally lands. And then just know that with breath by breath, our bodies start to a little bit soften, a little bit deepen into this neck stretch. So no need to force. We're just using our breath here. Full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Maybe your head just a bit heavier over to your left shoulder. Good. And then still keeping your eyes closed, we'll start to lower our chin down so it sort of feels like you're tucking in toward your collarbone. But we'll continue that gentle tuck until your chin makes its way closer toward your left shoulder. Still your both shoulders square. And again, no need to force. We're just encouraging our chin to move in the direction of our shoulder. We'll take one breath here, full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Good. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, start to make your chin move toward the center of your chest. And take your time as you transition chin to chest. And then take a breath here, inhale, still find length. So your shoulders, rather than hinged over, are still just stacked on top of your hips. And exhale, allow your chin to tuck maybe in a little bit deeper. Again, just those 3-inch or so sways right and left on either side of neutral. You choose your pace, whatever feels nice to you. And feel free also to linger in any spots that feel like they need a bit more. This pendulum swing gets a little bit larger. Maybe you want to keep it smaller. For me, it feels kind of good to go a little bit larger in my movement, in my swings. And then the next time you pass your chin through center, let's hold. Your next inhale, take your hands up just behind your head, interlace, and give yourself a little bit of heaviness as you let your elbows draw in closer toward your ears. Your next inhale, lift your chin up, open your eyes, send your elbows out and back behind you. Squeeze your blades. Still feel your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Yes. And then exhale around. Relax your shoulders, hug them in close. And then maybe you go a little bit deeper where your spine is starting to round a bit more. Inhale, go. Open up through your chest, lift your chin, send your elbows back. Open your chest, squeeze your blades, relax your shoulders still. Exhale, go round. Allow your shoulders to soften as you hug your elbows in close. Feel your shoulder blades even separate a little bit more. I feel this really lovely stretch in my shoulders as I separate my blades. Twice more. Inhale, keep it active. Lift your chin to your chest. Draw your elbows back. And even when it feels like you can't actually move any farther into it, send energy in that direction. So there's that intention of continuing to stay active as you squeeze your blades, elbows out and wide. Exhale, go round. Hug your elbows in. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you round into this place. Maybe you tap in a little bit more to your mid and maybe even your low back here. One more, last one. Inhale, go. Open your chest. Lift, lift, lift. Elbows out. Good. Exhale, go. Round. See how much you can round. You don't have to go super, super deep, but if your body is giving you access, see if you might be able to round a little bit deeper. Good. Your next inhale, come into neutral. Nice tall spine. We'll keep our hands right here. So elbows out wide, not too aggressive an arch. Just lean back a hair and swap out your legs. So now your right leg in front of left. We still have our hands behind our head. From here, inhale, lift up tall, pull your navel in tight. And then just this lateral little crunch, drop your right elbow down toward your right hand side. Lift up through your left elbow and still open up through your chest. Good. Hang out right here. One more breath. Inhale. Lift up on your right hand side. You're very strong. And exhale. See if you can tip a little bit deeper. Lift your left elbow up higher toward the ceiling. All right. Now listen from here. We'll take this right arm and extend it out. So not touching the floor, but really reaching out toward the right. This will challenge our core just a bit more. If you feel up for it, start to send your left arm up. And then open up your chest a bit more as well. Take one more breath. A lot of work to stay lifted. Right side up. Exhale. See if you can lean a little bit farther without actually touching the floor. Good. And then from here, swing over to your left. Come forward and back up to that original position. Again, over to your left. Swim it forward, nice little hinge. Return back to your original position, over to your left. Left. Hover forward, over to your right. One more time. Go left, hinge forward, and over to your right. Hold. Let's take one more breath. Lift up on your right hand side. And exhale, reach a little bit farther. Nice. Let's reverse what we did. So left hand to your head, right hand to your head. Interlace your fingers. One more breath. Lift up on your right hand side. Exhale, dip, tip, lean a little bit more to your right. Nice. Inhale, come back through center. You're like, all of that just escalated real quick. Drop over to your left hand side. So as you start that lean over, move, with control so we don't overdo it. A place where we can stay lifted, stay strong without actually touching the floor. Lift up on your left hand side. Exhale, tip, lean, open your chest. Lift your right elbow up a bit higher. Good. Again, we're just testing our balance here. See if you can extend your left arm just to a little hover off of the floor. So you're not using it for support. And then reach your right arm over as well. We'll take a breath here. So lift up on your left hand side. Easy to collapse, easy to sink. Exhale, see if you might be able to rotate open your chest. And maybe reach out a little bit farther, right? Your right butt cheek wants to lift up off the floor. So you want to find a good place where you can maintain that balance. Relax your right shoulder down away from your ear. Really nice. Okay, so we have those little circles here. Let's move over to our right, hinge forward, hover. You return to your original position. Good. Over to your right, go for a hover, hinge, and back to that original position. Drop your right shoulder. Over to your right, hinge. I tell you, my shoulders love to hike on me. Find that original position. Last time, go over to your right, hinge, and find that original position. Just before we let go, we want to stay for another breath. Inhale, lift up on your left-hand side. Still your right shoulder relaxed. Exhale, reach just a little bit farther without tipping over. And let's reverse this. So right hand back to your head. Left hand back to your head. One more breath. Inhale, lift up on your left-hand side. Exhale, tip, lean, lift your right elbow up without lifting your right shoulder up. So good. Inhale, come back through center. That was some oblique work right there. Lean back just a little bit, keeping your hands at your head. And we'll find this right leg lifted. into boat. Then this left leg lifted into boat. Without the use of your hands, cross this left thigh over your right thigh. We have one cross. Maybe we have that second cross hold. So these are our eagle legs. All right. And then return to boat. So uncross. Right thigh, cross over your left thigh. One cross or two crosses. Good. You have your eagle legs. Unwind. Right leg, left leg. And we'll do one straightening of our legs. Good, and then bend it again. Open our knees, flex your feet, and see if you can keep your hands on your head. It's a big ask. Snap your heels in. Find yourself in Malasana. It's easy in this Malasana. By the way, if this doesn't work, use your hands, right? No problem against the floor. With our hands in this place, once you're in the Malasana, bring it back. Notice if it's you're arching quite a bit, which is just an easy place for our bodies to default, right? With your hands on your head, see if, I'm gonna lose my balance here. Ooh, there we go. Good save, right? Lift up through your chest and find some length, right? And that length though, check it out. I tend to default here where I'm super archy. I can afford to tuck my tail in and lose this sort of collapsed situation, right? So bring it in, rein it in, and this is where I can find my strength, right? Where my front body, my belly isn't splayed open like a baby. It's tucked in hard, strong, solid, right? So find that place and hold right here. It's a little bit of a big ask because it's so detailed, right? Like I'm just trying to find my balance here. This is good enough, right? It is, but if we can find that element of strength and pull our belly in a bit tighter, now one thing, our belly is not splayed open like a baby, but also our belly lifts up away from our thighs. We're able to find a more upright position. And we're engaging our strong spine, building a stronger spine as we practice this place. And listen, just for a little bit of balance and coordination, we'll work off of this place, right? So from here, I promise I'm still gonna stay engaged even though you can't really see my spine anymore. Shift your body weight into your left leg and start to lift yourself up. Transfer your body weight into your left leg. Pick up your right knee as if you're almost doing like a setup for birds of paradise, right? Really hiking your right knee up into your right armpit. And then very slowly, we'll bend this left leg, base leg, set this right foot back down, maintain the length in our spine as we lower ourselves down. Right, easy to let these ribs splay. You keep it together, pull your navel in tight. Exactly. Shift your weight into this right leg, and as you stand, you pick up your left knee up into your left armpit just as you would in Birds of Paradise. Really hike it up there. We're practicing this ability to keep it up, hold it up, without the support of our arms lifting our leg up. Then bend your base leg. Super slowly, return your left foot down and gently sit yourself back down into Malasana. And it's interesting, just by putting our hands in this position, it sort of makes the Malasana somehow slightly more challenging, right? Usually if our hands are in prayer position, it seems like everything kind of feels a little bit easier. This adds an added challenge, and I will, of course, challenge myself to do this from the side view so you can keep me accountable as well. Lift your chin up, chest up without arching through the spine aggressively. Shift your body weight into your left leg. We just did that again. Pick up your right knee, hike it up there. Lift, really get it up there as high as possible. And then gently bend your base leg, slowly set your right foot down toward the floor. Maintain the length in your spine. So as you come down, feel that traction of your spine as you lift up. Shift your body weight into your right leg. Transfer your body weight into your right leg. Hike your left knee up. Yeah, exactly. Demonstrate control by holding it there for like a breath or two, so you know for sure that it's not just a fluke balance. You definitely have it. Bend your base leg slowly. This is the transition that makes it, for me at least, a little bit more challenging to maintain the length in my spine without overly arching. Lift your chin, your chest. Feel your belly lift up off of your thighs. Feel how tall you are, top of head, through your tail. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Open your chest, your elbows. Hold right here for 4, good. For 3, pull your navel in tight. For 2, for 1, really nice. Hands come down, lift your hips up, and then parallel your feet. My feet are about like hip width apart, wider than that actually. And then bend one leg, bend the other, just to loosen things up a little bit. Shake it loose, drop your head. Good, we have a little bit of taste of balance just now. We'll move into some more balance here. Let your head drop, especially in these forward folds, these hinges, rather than looking at your toenails. Mine are not worthy of my looking. I look back behind to let my head just drop. Okay. From here, wherever you are, find some stillness. Soft bend in your legs is perfect. Push against the floor, your shins or your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold. Close your feet up. Yes, and we'll do that one more time. Drop your head. So now you're sort of looking in between your shins. Inhale, go halfway lift. Again, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold. I really love those halfway lifts. Inhale, arms go all the way up high toward the ceiling. Long spine as you come up. And then exhale, hands in the prayer position. Beautiful. Relax your shoulders back, open your chest. Nice. Okay, let's continue on with some balance. Some stuff that's actually slightly more traditional, and see if we can play around with that. Okay, we know tree pose. Shift your body weight into your left leg. You can do it a couple of ways. You can keep your right foot just around your ankle area, or you lift it up with the support of your hand so that the sole of your right foot is pressed up against your left inner thigh. Notice if there's any wobbly business here or kind of misaligned business here. You want to stack your shoulders over your hips without your hips jutting out. They're square, they're even. You are tall. All right, perfect. So maybe you start with hands in prayer position, just kind of get your situation settled, lengthen, pull your navel in tight. We're never letting our hips sink down. We lift up, strong core, strong leg, and we are tall. From here, go grow your branches of your tree. Right? This is like very conventional things, right? Basic things that we've probably done at some point in time in a yoga class somewhere with someone. From here though, we'll do sort of what we did earlier when we were seated. Let your arms start to float over to your right hand side. Now, as your counter measure for balance, you see my left hip is pushing out toward the left. Continue, find that extension through your arms without letting your shoulders hike up. Relax them down. Yes, exactly. And then from here, let's come back through center. So find, again, your place where you're back to being tall. And then move your arms over to your left hand side. I kind of have a wall here, but I'm going to go behind this wall. Maybe that'll work. And then notice I'm kind of pushing my hips out toward the right to offer some balance in my position. All right, some stability, a countermeasure. And let's come back through center. Our base leg is a little bit tired at this point, so let's let that go. Come back into single-legged Tadasana, so let go of your foot. Right knee hip height, your square. And bring your hands into the prayer position. Feet together, chair pose, feet together, hands in prayer position. take a rest. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your navel in tight and use this time, use your breath to slow things down. Give ourselves a reset. Nice, easy in through your nose. And exhale out through your nose. Now, you know we like conventional things, but we also love unconventional things. So let's do that same side again. But we'll add on what we actually did on the floor, which was our little circles, right? So take it slow, take it nice and easy, but we're gonna try them anyway, right? So have no expectation. We can do this. We try our best. Start with single-legged Tadasana. Go lift, right knee up. And then start to open up your right knee out to the right. This feels like our little Malasana standing up situation. Then take your right hand, reach for your right ankle, place your right foot back into that tree pose position. It does not have to be here. It could be down there, right, with your ankle. It's perfect. Okay. From this place, just as we did, get tall. Lean over to your right. Remember, with all these instructions, though, take your time. When I, give out an instruction, don't feel like you have to execute right away. Take your time so you're not rushing yourself out of your balance. From here, let's see if we can find our hinge. So as we bring these arms to our front right and then front center, my butt sticks out a little bit again to accommodate the balance. Over to our left, arms all the way out to your left, return to center. Yeah, so arms out to your right, circle it, see if you can maintain balance as you move into that gentle hover. Circle it, you're out to your left, and come through center. Good, let's go the other direction. Out to your left, hips out to your right. As you hover your arms forward, hinge, send your hips back. Let your arms go out to the right. Trust yourself. Hips out to your left. And we return to center one more time, just last time. Your arms over to your left, hips out to your right. Hinge your upper body forward, send your hips back behind. You've got this. Have confidence in yourself. I have confidence in you. Arms out to your right, hips out to your left. Gorgeous. Return to center. Single-legged Tadasana. Unhook your foot. Return your right knee to your right hip height. And then bring your feet together. Hands in prayer. Take a breath, nice, easy. In through your nose. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Notice if your elbows are hyped up. Relax. Yeah. One more time, full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Beautiful. Always, as we practice this yoga practice, of course, I don't like to get too hokey, but like with breath, I really do believe in it, because no matter what's going on around you, you really have this opportunity to kind of control how you respond to a situation, right? So of course, like life happens, things happen, like things that are not necessarily so happy or positive, whatever, but we really have this opportunity to use our breath to choose how we respond to the situation. All right. Once that first side is over, it's over. We let it go. We're on to our next. All right, so tree pose on the other side. Shift your body weight into your right leg. And again, you can start this off, if you prefer, down here. Now, the one thing I will want to take note is that, okay, we're on 2 feet. As we shift, it's easy. I'm being very dramatic here, but it's very easy just to let your hips kind of slide over, which is great if you're doing some sort of dance. But in this case, we're finding some length. We really want to create that stability. So even if you feel like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this real quick, just to notice what's happening, right? Even when you're doing something casually, right? You want to keep it maybe not so casual. All right, that's ironic coming from me because I think everything is, I keep my clothing situation pretty casual. All right, if you are going for your thigh situation, your sole of your foot goes to your inner thigh, this will probably be a less aggressive dump if you do dump. So sometimes it's harder to check, right? Because it's so subtle. You want to find that lift though. So when you're finding your balance, you don't feel like, oh gosh, my hip might just give out because it's sliding out to the right. Feel like you can engage your strong core, so everything is rooted strong, rim rod straight. You're tall, you're lifted. Okay, we start with just the growing of our branches, right? We know this. And just like we did earlier, check your ribs. These are like things that I notice in myself, so it's really not you. I'm thinking about like these details that I tend to lose. All right, as you lean your arms over to your left, right, check my hips are moving out to the right to serve as my balance. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and test your edge. Maybe the first one you go kind of shallow, that's just fine, no problem. Come back through center. Excellent. And then of course we're going to the other side. So as you reach your arms over to your right, move, I wouldn't say cautiously, but kind of carefully so that it's not so hasty such that you throw yourself immediately off of your balance. Good, come through center. And then we'll do that one more time. Again, lean your hips over to your right, still with the underlying foundation of a very strong, solid core. You know you're not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Come through center. Relax your shoulders, give it a quick check. And then arms over to your right, hips a little bit lean over to your left. Yeah, maybe test your edge on this one. Maybe go a little bit deeper, a little bit farther. Yep. And come back through center. Listen, we'll unhook this left foot, single-legged Tadasana. Send your left knee through center. Drop your shoulders. And as you bring your feet together, bring your hands together, palms together, sit down into your chair. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. It's such a good opportunity with hands in prayer position just to practice our posture muscles as well, because it feels like it's kind of easy to dump these shoulders down. For me, again, it's a very similar situation as with the malasana, tilt of your tail. Just check. Generally speaking, it'll be one or the other. You might have a tendency to overarch, or you're somebody who has a tendency to round. So we just notice those things, and best we can, we find some balance, a neutral spine. Good. All right, I think we're ready to move on. Of course, take your breath. Really trust in your breath. You know what to expect. We're doing those little circle things, right? So mentally we are prepared for it. No judgment, but we just try our best. Single-legged Tadasana, stand. So lift up your left knee, arms up. Circle your left knee out to your left, just very similar to our balancing malasana where we started. Check your ribs, lift up tall, lengthen out through your spine, out through your fingers, and then take your left hand, connect your left sole of foot to your inner thigh. Perfect. Arms are all the way up. Okay, let's do a couple of circles then. Notice that as your arms go up, if your shoulders hike up, if your ribs stick out, relax, knit your ribs. Okay, let's start then. Arms over to our left. Good. Hinge. You can feel your sole of your foot against your right inner thigh, that your right inner thigh is working quite a bit. And then gently over to your right with your arms, hips over to your left. You return to center. Good. Arms over to your left, hips over to your right. Circle it forward with your arms, hips slight back. You got it. Arms over to your right, hips over to your left, and return to center. Of course, we're going to do the other side. Trust, breathe. Arms over to your right, hips over to your left. As you circle your arms forward, hinge, hips go slight back. It's totally okay if you fall, by the way, right? It's just an opportunity to understand how we balance and make your adjustment the second round. Arms over to your right, hips over to your left. Hinge, hips go back. Good. Arms over to your left, hips over to your right. Yes. And return to center. Single-legged Tadasana. Unhook your foot. Left knee, hip height. And then gently lower your left foot to meet your right. Good. From here, take an inhale. Reach your arms up a little bit higher. Softly bend your legs, hinge forward, arms go wide, split out, drop, fold, let your head hang heavy. Take an inhale, halfway lift, push against your shins, your thighs, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper, hands come down, head goes down. Open up your feet a bit wider. Hip width, wider than that, whatever feels nice to you. Do those little one leg bend, the other leg bend. Sway your hips, let your low back feel good. Let your legs feel more relaxed, loosened up, and let your head, your neck relax. In this forward fold position, we have an opportunity to decompress our spine, right? The last couple of days, all I've wanted to do is have my husband hold me by the ankles and just dangle me. I wanted to find that decompression. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. So he's like, are you going to do that for me? I was like, well, I'll try. All right, from here, let yourself find a pause, hang out, relax everything. Even if your shoulders hike up to your ears at this point, just let your upper body relax. Good. You can do a couple of right-left movements with your head. Shake it no, shake it yes. Shake it side to side. One breath here. Just letting yourself be inverted. Good. And then walk your feet back in close. Keep that soft bend in your legs, your head dropped. Inhale. Push against your shins, your thighs, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time come into a little squat ball. Good. Squeeze your legs, your knees, upright your spine, hands into the prayer position, shoulders back, lift up tall through your chest. Angle your knees downward so your hips have a slight hover over your heels. Use your breath to stay calm. I think that oftentimes helps, especially when it comes to balance, right? No need to stress, be anxious about it. Just take your breath. One more in through your nose. One more out through your nose. Lean back just a hair. Carefully let these both knees fall to the floor. Untuck your toes. Sit your hips on your heels. Good. Take an inhale. Arms go all the way up high toward the ceiling. And then exhale. Drop your right hand down. We actually have some support now. Reach your left arm up and over. Switch. Let your left hand down. Reach your right arm up and over. A little bit of support there. Use it. Enjoy it. Release. Inhale. Arms go all the way up. Give me a cactus here. Broaden open your chest, your collarbones, elbows out wide. Inhale. Arms go all the way up. Push it out right, left. Lower it all the way down. Oh, wow. I feel like super relaxed, even though we did a lot of balancey things that required a lot of strength, a lot of coordination. I feel like really zenned out. And I think it's something that I forget at least, and hopefully it serves as a good reminder, not just for me, but for all of us, that using breath, right, even no matter what movement we're taking on, no matter what life throws at us, we really do have this opportunity to use breath. It's just a matter of remembering that it's a resource that's always available to us. So anytime we feel heightened emotions, and we want to bring that back down, it's just really, this breath, so nice. Ellen, good to see you. Yeah, it's so weird, right? I feel so calm, even though we did like some things. And that just tells us, right, that calm can really come from just our breath, nice and easy. Don't ever forget it. It's something that nobody, nothing, no event can take away from us. So such a good reminder for me. Hopefully it's a good reminder for you as well. Great to see you. Tomorrow we are on for some heart, more pounding like things at 9 a.m. with cardio. So it'll definitely be a change of pace from today, but that's always nice as well. All right, enjoy this wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. 15 minutes, quick, have the waters, have your towel, we'll get ready to sweat. Okay, bye my friends.